Hello, this is Emmy at the Startup Vlog. Today is January 20th, and I said that on Sundays we will talk about how I did on my weekly goals. So let's get that out of the way first. Let's start with Munich artists. Yay! This is going to be the Minga Munich, and I told you that I wanted those Friday posts that I'm doing. I'm going to make those a little bit more documentary and have those on this site, Minga Munich. So that will be, I have to go with my better camera, and because I'm using the flip right now for the vlog. When I go out, I use my flip, and I would like to use the Canon D to go out and do those shots. So I have to, but those will take a little bit more planning because I want to actually get specific shots. So I'll probably start doing that next week with the next shoot. This is the design that I got from the designer, and I really like it. I like it. It just didn't work here, so I'll use this probably on literature and stuff like that when we make postcards or whatever. But on the site, I needed to have it all one color so that my little sheep guy shows up. And I think I did a pretty good job of getting that to show up. So I need a logo because SOS is going to be one of the companies. I'm going to have all these companies on MCG Pop-Up, because MCG Pop-Up is not for just artists. It's for anyone who has a secretary. Any group that has a secretary, and she's got to put this stuff on. And I'm telling you, this is one of the problems we have with Facebook, because we have 2 years worth of stuff on Facebook. And if you want to find anything that's older than like a couple months, it's very painful. And so it's not a good space. It's a good space for communicating and sharing and setting up like events, but it's a horrible space for keeping records of what your activities you're doing as a group. So that's what MCG Pop is for, and it's not specifically just for artists. It's for anybody who has a group and has a secretary. So here we have, I'm like, okay, SOS, I need to use SOS because that's the name, skirts or suits. And then I thought, okay, what item of clothing do men have and women have when they're wearing skirts or suits? And it would be a bow tie. So a woman can wear a bow in her hair, so this looks like a bow in a woman's hair, but it also could be a bow tie for a man. And at least in the south of the US, people still wear bow ties. So, and Doctor Who. I'm going to tweak this a little bit, but this is the basic design for this. So I thought, and then I was testing out whether I should have a circle or, that's what I'm working on right now. It's like, what should be the background of my temporary logo for this? Oh, and that stuff just takes time. So I've been working on that. 6 out of the 8 done for my list of this week. So more than 50%. I did better than last week. Through some pictures. I can show you some pictures. These are not edited yet, but I can show you some of the stuff I've been taking. This one is of Cyril's studio. He's the French artist. Oop, that's not him. That was a tutorial that I did, or video recipe for kale chips. I don't know if you know that. So that's kale chips. Oh, he's beautiful. So here's the shots of the fire, and these are the videotapes from the interview. So these are I interviewed him, and so I have 6 segments that I have to go through and edit. And there are several questions in there. It's not just one. So I'm going to, for the exhibition, I'm going to be making it into one video that loops, but for the internet, I'll be making each question into its own video. So that's like, I have 8 or 10 videos to make for that. But this here is his fireplace. He has a fireplace that heats up. This is his downstairs studio, and it's really pretty. Like, he's got these big windows. It's like some basement space. And so he was showing me this. These are just shots out of a book that he had. That's not, it's all his artwork. You can see I haven't flipped them over yet. But this here, he was showing me some of the works that a fashion designer in France uses. And in these 2 videos, he's showing me how he does a drawing using the ink, and he did a little demonstration. He has a studio upstairs, and this is his pictures from his studio upstairs. His studio upstairs is where he keeps all his little pieces of paper. Look at all the little pieces of paper. So these are shots from the upstairs studio. And then that's Cyril. And look at this. He plays the, I think it's called a bass. It's this huge, huge, huge instrument. And look, it's bigger than him. Way bigger than him. That's the shot outside his window from the top. You know, he has, like I said, 2 spaces. This is the one space where he keeps all his paper, and it's upstairs. And then you go all the way down to the basement, and that's where that other space is that you saw. And I like to take shots of the bookshelves of the artist, and that's his shots of bookshelves. That's a staircase going down in a studio. Some more video of him. And this isn't color corrected or anything yet. This is just the raw footage. Here he made this light fixture out of champagne, the tops of the champagne bottles, you know. He made that into chairs, and it's light, so he made that into light. This is his, and I took some footage of this with it swinging. This is a huge dragon. He has a couple of these, which are just awesome. And someone bought one of the dragons and asked him to wire it up as a lamp because she's going to put it above her dining room table. Look, see how big it is? There he is. Yeah, it looked big. And he made it, and he was in the process of doing that. He's not done, but he's putting lamp into it so that they can go over the dining room table. I thought, what a cool fixture. So this is the size of a lot of his work. He makes these smaller pieces because he's collaging with paper. And then there's the dragon again. And then he does all these, he's just such a little interesting person. The reason this is in black and white is because I've used it. I used it for a cover shot for something. So I just took the color out because I like the whole dynamics of the drawers opening up. And I did stage that. I mean, he had 3 drawers open, and I'm like, I'm gonna open them, and like, because that's such a beautiful. I like how that fades out. Anyways, and then I like taking pictures of the supplies. This is his back studio space, and he uses Scotch tape. Some of his drawing, I didn't take it because I thought for archiving it would be a pain because Scotch tape. So if you know anything about art, you try not to have anything that is not acid proof, or like Scotch tape is going to come like peeling off in like 10 years. If you ever wrapped a package or looked at through old stuff, this tape will just disintegrate. So for me, that was not, I didn't want any art pieces with the tape, but the tape looked cool. You know, it looked really cool. Just I knew how painful that would be. Let me see if I get Simon James here. This is Simon's videos, and I'm going to see if I have any art pieces. Simon does these huge, huge gesso. So this is his studio, and that's where he makes the gesso. He makes it himself, and that's the powder. And he mixes all the pigments in. That's one piece back here that was behind the wall. So I go through the studio and I take a bunch of pictures of things that I think are interesting in the studio that may not necessarily. Here's a piece. That's a pretty big piece. He had one on the floor. I don't think I took it. I really, really like this piece here. This one right here. I really like that one a lot. It sort of looks like ceramic. And then I talked to another artist. He does something similar also on wood that looks like ceramic. I'm just pretty keen on that because I don't like ceramic. So I guess I like wood that looks like ceramic, but I don't like ceramic. These are just pictures of detailed shots of his artwork. I use this picture. I think it was on my Facebook page right now. Okay, so I showed you Simon and I showed you Cyril. I'm going to work on their videos this week. That's enough. You'll see me tomorrow because this is a daily vlog. And it's a startup daily vlog. So you got a little bit of work, you got a little bit of art. You just didn't get a little bit of my face. Oh, you can have a little bit of my face. You want to have a little bit of my face? Just in a second. You're going to find that it's funny. Okay, you can have a little bit of my face. Ready? There's a little bit of my face. here I am. I could just put this on here and make my mouth open. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. I got a little, I thought it was like 1950s glasses, but usually they wouldn't be in green. So now this is like my profile picture all over the place because I just loved it. I thought that's just so cool. I love these things. And I thought about just changing these every month, just making them different colors. Because I could do that in Photoshop. A little bit of my face. You get a little bit of Simon. You get a little bit of my Photoshopping. And I'm using Photoshop CS6, just in case you have any interest in that. All right, have a good evening or a good day tomorrow. Bye.